Chicken here, bringing you another Boom Beach video. In today's video, guys, we're going to be loading up the tanks. Yes, that's correct, the tanks, and we're going to be taking on Dr. Terrence. So let's just go ahead, dive right on into it. I'm going to use a bunch of different hero abilities since we have 7 stages of Dr. Terrence. Let's actually go ahead and just try out all the abilities and just see what works the best. I'm going to be trying out smoky tanks for the first bit. I might go ahead and move into team eds on like stage 5, 6, or 7, something, whenever it gets like somewhat difficult. So we'll try out the cluster grenade on the first one. This is actually one of my favorite abilities. It works really well. Obviously, like stage 1, it's like we can just like throw a couple bombs on the HQ and we're gonna win. But it actually works like super well with Rifle Crow, Zuka Medic, and if you do like a Nick at Night style spread out heavy and Zuka. Yeah, we won't touch on any more of that, but yeah, it's actually pretty decent. I'm excited to see what it's going to be like once we get it upgraded more. So next we'll throw out Everspark here and the Critter Swarm. So the Critter Swarm's actually pretty good with armored units, from what I have seen and like been told and stuff. It kind of depends on where you can get the positioning of Everspark. If you can get her to stay like a little bit behind the tanks and then shoot the critters forward, like it's just happening right there, we'll go ahead and shock the shock launcher just so we can kind of get an idea of how it's going to look. And then like you see how it works like that, and then obviously like spending 22 GB there on her critters instead of just throwing out normal critters is a dumb idea. But her critter swarm combined with the normal critters and the critters that she spawns, you can get a pretty good amount of critters out for like if you manage everything properly, like a pretty low amount of GB, because I think it's 8 to start and then 8 to start yours, so 16, and then plus the ones that she spawns. You can get like a ton of critters out to help with your to help take some shots for the tanks, chicken. That's what we're trying to say here. All right, so let's go ahead and try out the what do we even call this one? The explosive charge thing. This one I'm having a difficult time finding any sort of use for. Like, as far as I'm concerned, the cluster grenade is going to be like a lot better choice. I can't really see any sort of instance where the what is this called? This Everspark's bomb thing is going to be better than Bricks, because Bricks is cheaper and it does splash damage, so it doesn't do as much initial damage. But I guess maybe depending on the base, if you could take out like one boom cannon with it, sure, then maybe you might get some value with it there. And then we've done the universal remote a million times, but let's go ahead and since we're only on stage 4 here, let's just go ahead and take out a boom cannon or something with it, see if we can help the raid at all. So let's go ahead and throw Everspark out. Let's try to get her to take down all these shock launchers. I didn't need to do that. I probably could have just flared from the beach there. Alright, so I'm wasting a ton of GB, but we'll take out some of the shock launcher here. Completely unnecessary. This is going to make it a lot longer than it needs to be, chicken. But we'll go ahead and see how this is going to work, and we'll clear that first shock launcher. I'm just going to throw a bit of extra GB onto the HQ. Alright, so we'll target this one next, and then as soon as she hits that, I'm just going to throw out the tanks, because at this point I'm going to be wasting more GB. I'm going to be making the attack harder by using the remote than I really need to be. So, oh, look at this, the tanks are frozen because the shock launcher is still hacked. That's hilarious. Good job, tanks. Holy jeez. They're just like a bunch of sitting ducks there. They're like, oh, okay, now I guess we'll get going. Freaking. That's such a stupid thing that happens. Like, why don't they just target something else? I don't understand why they have to be stuck. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me how, like, that sort of AI or whatever, that since there's one defense that's hacked, none of the troops move at all. Like, it doesn't make any sort of sense to me. Like, why would they not just target another building or something? Like, that's, I don't know. Like, obviously I don't understand how any of this works. Like I've said before, guys, this is all just, like, magic to me, that, like, this internet stuff and the games that we all play. But yeah, I don't know. It seems really weird to me, and hopefully it gets fixed soon, because it is kind of, like, if you're not thinking about it, it can catch you off guard sometimes, and it's definitely cost me a raid before, and I've seen it cost people operation attacks, which kind of sucks. But all right, so we're done with Everspark, so let's go ahead and use Brick here next. So we'll use we'll use the Iron Will, and then we're probably gonna need battle orders for the last 2 bases anyways. So let's just go ahead and launch them all out with Brick. We'll get the Iron Will going up nice and quickly. So some people have been telling me that battle orders with T-Med has been really amazing because the whole problem with T-Med, right, is that it's just too slow. Like they just get punished by cannons and stuff if they're not able to pick through them. But with the battle orders, it actually allows you to it allows the tanks to fire faster and do more damage, which is like exactly what the tanks need. So I haven't been for the most part I've been being rated by we'll get that last battle orders up before she dies. I've been being rated by like a combination of for the most part it's been like tanks, Grens, and Everspark. I think seems to be like something like that seems to be like the flavor of the month right now for the hero strategy as far as like normal PvP map clearing is concerned. I'm liking using Zukas with battle orders. That's probably what I've been having the most success with. This past weekend, of course, I was using all the Scorchers, and I was having a lot of success with that. I went ahead and fully boosted up, and I cleared most of my map both days. So let's go ahead. We'll get the battle orders up, and we'll try this one out, guys, and see what we can get done here. Like I said before, if we're struggling a bit, we'll just bring a couple medics in, and I think that should be able to win the battle for us. So I don't see any shock launchers here, so I'm thinking we can use the tanks kind of like Zukas on this one. I'm actually going to clear these 2 buildings first, because that's going to allow us to sit in a nice little pocket here. Oh, that's too bad. And with that and the battle orders, I think we'll actually be able to get a lot of work done. If we can get it out in a good amount of time. I probably didn't need to smoke that, honestly. Like, the only thing that was going to be in range there was like maybe a rocket launcher and a machine gun or something. So kind of a goofy layout here, but if you get 3 smokes down on the HQ, I think that's enough typically for the tanks. And we'll go ahead and we'll just throw some critters out like that. And alright, so let's see what the tanks can do with the battle orders, guys. So there's one shot. They're not doing a whole lot of damage. I thought it was gonna be a lot nicer than this. Thankfully, there's no shock launchers to actually stop us, or this would definitely not be working. I don't know if we're actually gonna be able to finish this, guys. Smoky tanks with battlers. Apparently, it's not that good. Oh, come on, for freak's sakes! There was like one little chunk of health left on it. All right, well that's gonna cost us about 300 diamonds to get the tanks back up. So let's go ahead. And since that was so successful, we'll launch out a couple medics with the tanks, and hopefully that can help up a little bit. I'm thinking bringing a few medics will be like more than what we need, plus using tanks in the correct way instead of smoking them like Zukas. Probably gonna help a lot, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and smoke the hero and the medics there, and we should be able to just absolutely plow right through this with no problems. I tried to make it a little more exciting because I don't know, like I said in the other video recently, I just find using troops like this, it's kind of dull in terms of making a video out of it. But you guys said you wanted me to change it up a bit, so I'm trying to do that. And I don't know, there's definitely a lot of new strategies coming out right now with troops and stuff, so it's fun to experiment for sure, and just see what we can get done using different troops and finding out what the best use of all these new hero abilities is going to be. So you see, we're just like demolishing this base here. I know it's only stage 6, Dr. Terrence, but alright, we need some critters here to not lose any more tanks, because I think it's starting to pick some off there. Alright, so we'll get the critters on the boom cannon there. That's going to take care of that. And then I don't even really need to reflare. I can just kind of take out, because we're going to be able to take out all these extra defenses around the base, and that's actually going to take down the HQ health a little faster than just simply flaring onto the HQ would. So there's stage 6. I only used the battle lords once there, I think, but it helped a little bit. It helped a little bit for sure. Now I'm wondering if I should switch it up with the, maybe we should try the critter swarm with Everspark. I think that might actually be a better way to go about this stage 7 here. This would be super easy for Zukas, but whatever. We'll try and do it with the tank medic guys. since Beardaholic is not making not making as many frequent videos, someone's got to step up with the team meds. So here we go, guys. Here we go. So what I'm gonna do first, I'm actually gonna take out this boom cannon, and then I think we're just gonna be able to kind of plow through everything, because I don't think the machine guns will be much of a problem at all. Hopefully we can take out all 3 of those. Okay, so we got 2 of them. That's okay. This landing should be fine. I am gonna go ahead, and once we kind of get out of this little grouping here, I'm gonna use the battle orders. Okay, I'm gonna use it right now, and that should allow us to just kind of start firing up this right side and really nice and quickly here. I might go ahead and reflare onto the right side, just because I want to focus all their damage onto one target if we can. Because we don't even need to go near the left side. There's a few cannons over there. We can just completely bypass all of that stuff. So let's go ahead and shock up the shock launcher again. All these sniper towers as well. We haven't lost a single troop yet, so we should be able to move pretty quickly through here. We'll go ahead and shock the shock launcher one more time. I have the critters loaded, but there's no use for them with all the mortars and the flamethrowers. Like, I find that's kind of a big mistake people make a lot of the time, is they will they'll just throw critters out, like right now, like just because it's like a cheap GB thing that's available. But like for a base like this right now, there's absolutely zero benefit to doing that. Alright, there we go, okay. Because they're just going to die instantly, and it's just a total waste of GB when you can just be a little more patient and then just wait for another shock bomb or whatever to pop up like this. And then we can just go ahead, and since all that is shocked, we can spend the few seconds we need to reflare and then get into correct position. Team ed tips with the chicken, guys. Alrighty. We still haven't lost a tank yet, which I guess isn't surprising for stage 7 on Dr.T. Especially the tropical one. I guess it's kind of a wash for using tanks most of the time. So we'll go ahead and we will finish off these sniper towers. And alright, so I think the shock's going to be more beneficial than using critters again, because there's mortars and everything in range on behind the HQ. So as soon as we put the critters down, yeah, they might get a couple chews, and I'm probably going to throw them down here in a minute just because I won't be able to save up for anything else. But you see how quickly they're just going to get melted here by that machine gun, and if the mortar fires on them too, they're really not going to do, like, they saved us. They saved us basically one mortar shell, and that was about the use of the critter. So there's stage 7, guys. 0 losses with Team Ed. So let me know down in the comments if you would like to see more of this style of Dr. Terror, because I know the Zookas can't get stale using them every single time, but I still like I still like using Zookas the most, probably. But let me know. Just let me know what kind of troop compositions you guys want to see, and like what abilities you want to see more of or whatever. I know I kind of touched on a lot of them there, but I didn't really get into the specifics of any one specifically. So that's gonna wrap it up the video today, guys. Make sure to let me know down in the comments all that stuff I just said, and make sure to leave a like if you found it interesting, entertaining, or informative. And we'll see you in the next one, guys. Chicken out. Just a quick reminder, guys, if you visit patreon.com/thechicken for $1 a month, you can get your name in the chicken banner for the duration of the month. And for $2 a month, you become a super chicken and you can get your name in the banner. Plus, you get to write your own personal message.